How's it going, guys? It's Julian Santos, former athlete, former offensive lineman at Duke University. I'm going to be going through a little bit more of the breakdown of why Philadelphia destroyed the Kansas City Chiefs in the Super Bowl. So in my previous video, I broke down a lot of the lineman tape and a lot of the lineman footage. I'm going to still harp on that, but I'm just going to take a quick peek at some of the stats that we have here from the game and just show what are some of the things that you could just notice pretty apparently from purely just the stats of the game. Total yards, 345 to 275. Passing yards, 226 to 210. And then very apparent rushing yards, 135 to 49. It just comes down to actual time of possession. Pretty much the Chiefs didn't even have the ball most of the time. Both teams had a pretty decent amount of penalties. However, the Chiefs had 75 yards in actual penalties for a loss. The Eagles, they were minor infractions, got 59 at 8. When you are playing a game, you lose 2 interceptions and a fumble compared to 1 interception thrown. Comes down to ball security, and that's a tough pill to swallow. If we look at everything else here, the Chiefs got sacked a total of 6 times, punted 6 times, compared to the Eagles' 2 sacks and 2 punts. The Eagles were just holding on to the ball way more than the Chiefs. They didn't give up the ball as much, and they were just more efficient overall. The Eagles had 21 first downs compared to the Chiefs' 12. Pretty much every single time they had a second down, they pretty much got a first down. One of the biggest hindrances that the Chiefs had is they just didn't have much of a run game to begin with. And it looks like if you look at the actual runs, if you run the ball 11 times, you're just giving that defense the edge. A lot of these games are won in the run game. Jalen Hurts was clean. I mean, anytime he threw the ball, it was getting to where it needed to get. And on top of that, he ran very efficiently, 6.5 yards per carry, and he had a touchdown rushing. When you have a mobile quarterback like that that's taking over the game and making it complicated and difficult for these defenses to do anything, we get this score. Let's get into the film, and let's get this started. Turning the ball over is probably one of the biggest mistakes you can make, as well as some of these interceptions. Right now, the Eagles have the ball. Let's look at the front that we're starting off with. Okay, so we have a 42 down front right here. 2 high safeties. Let's look at the actual linemen here. 4 down linemen. 1, 2, 3, 4. Backer stepping up. He's creeping up. Based off this protection. Right now, the center's stepping this way. It's a slide protection. He's on him. He's on him. He's on him. However, when a guy's right in your face, it is a better option to just pick him up. Ultimately, if he got picked up, how would that have affected the play? He left him. If there's a guy right in your face, you don't want to send your running back on this guy. So this could be just a blown protection pretty early in the game where guys just didn't know who they were supposed to get. Fundamentally, this is probably on the center. Guys right over him. This guy's backing off. You can see he's backing off. And this guy's showing that he's coming. If it looks like they're going to be in front of you and they're going to be trying to come downhill, the best thing you can do is pick that guy up. You see immediately this guard, he feels that DN drop. What does he do? He's like, yo, get back. He's trying to get his eyes here. This looks like it's a blown protection because the running back, he goes out immediately. He doesn't even take a second to peek. Start with 68. Good job. He gets his eyes out there. There's probably somebody coming or somebody showing right there that they might come. Eyes out, gets his eyes back in, realizes this is 95. This is who he has to take. Good point of contact, taking his feet into the ground, holding that guy up. Hands a little wide, but sometimes it's kind of that hook block that you get, and that's what you're working with. 69. Good job. He sees that go away. He tries to get his eyes back immediately. He knows where the pressure is coming from. He's trying to get his center back over there. If his center was on this guy, he would destroy this guy. The center seems to have gone the wrong way, which results in an interception. So this ball is thrown early. Guys are on the wrong assignment. Not much that can be done. I've talked about this before. 77 is a tackle. He's just started playing a little bit more guard. This guy is a beast. Long arms, long body, sturdy guy that understands the fundamentals of playing guard off rip, and just the more ingrained he gets in his technique, the better he's going to be. He sees his son immediately. Eyes out. He feels it. He's going to make sure that his tackle takes this over before he comes back, but he has to get back inside. He just wants to make sure, hey, do you got this block? And he's crashing down, trying to shuck that fully over, and then he's going to have to bring his foot back a little bit. See, so the feet switch. It's not necessarily a bad thing. We don't want to get beat inside, but now he has to regain leverage and push this guy this way. This guy is strong. He'll get away with this, but again, try to get there a little bit more clean, keeping that foot up and keeping that power there. We'd be in a better position. There must have been some type of call. You know, Saquon knew this was going to be hot on the outside. He goes up and tries to pick up this corner. 77, good job. Just holding that guy off, shucking that across. Just easy work for 65 here, keeping that guy and just holding him down. This guy's showing he's trying to be nonchalant. It's obvious you're going to be trying to come off the ball here, but ultimately, blown assignment, pressure on the quarterback, easy pick for Kansas City. Next play. This is some type of rollout based off the formation. This tight end, he has the angle on this DN. So what he's going to do is he's going to try to seal this side. Everybody's pretty much running to the left side for the most part. They're all going to be blocking left. Anybody that comes across their face, they're going to pick them up. Ball snapped. Everybody's sliding left. I think actually this guard might be wrong. It looks like he's taking a little bit too long. He's tracing it back. This tight end right here is going to be cracking him down. So that's an automatic stunt. They had a stunt in place, so he took himself out of the play. He's being a personal protector. He could try to get into that, but he's just trying to look inside, see if there's anybody that's coming late. And look, he's in a perfect position right there. He does everything he's supposed to do. Mahomes making a cross-body throw. That's not a good throw. Cross-body throw. That ball wasn't going to get there either way. That guy's contested. He's contested. He's contested. Best thing Mahomes could have done is he honestly should have just thrown this away. Okay, let's look at all these guys here. A lot of these tackles, they'll do this kind of swiping hook grip. It's kind of a form of holding, to be honest, but it's a way to trap these guys so that they can't run outside of your frame. It's not clean. You can't always put your hands on the inside and just hold him right there. As much as people think, how can he do that? He's holding. Well, he kind of is holding there. Holding isn't just because your hands are wide. So that's a big misconception a lot of the times. Based off of most rollout protection, this tackle knows anybody that comes over, he has to take him because he's the last man on the line. So he feels that stunt come out, he takes that guy immediately. But dude, this is an egregious hold. He's grabbing the back of his breastplate. That could have been called for a holding, a very easy free holding. And look, yeah, he's not looking. He's not looking at all, apparently. He didn't actually get dumped. It was just a bad hold, and then the refs didn't say anything about it. Everybody gets one. Everybody gets one. This guard doing a good job because he knows nobody was close over here, so he's still going to come back with the protection just to help out this center and make sure it gets passed off because he doesn't necessarily know if the center's taking up space and blocking somebody else. So he gets back, he's just helping, and then he tries to get back out. Bad ball by Mahomes. Not much the offensive line could do there. We got the last interception of the game. 1st and 10, second quarter. Right now, this is 41. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. That motion turns this into, what do we have now? 42. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, look, he's outside the box, back to 41 technically. Mahomes has no real estate. If he goes down here, that's a 2-point safety. Or worse, he gets tackled here, loses the ball, and Eagles get a touchdown. So there is some urgency and some pressure already on this. Like I said before in the last video, this is really just 4 guys beating on 5 guys. So because the center went this way, they identified this guy as the Mike. So they have to slide to him, and this tackle is here. He should have help late if this guy stunts in or stunts over. Let's look at where this pocket is. This is where 62 is. He opens his hips. His hips are already open. Okay, and boom, right? Where are his hips? They're facing the sideline. So this guy takes a contact point, he runs upfield, and then he turns with full momentum, just gonna crash this down. This pocket is not clean for Mahomes. So what does Mahomes have to do? He feels that pressure. He's about to go down. He has to throw this ball. Not Mahomes' fault, just because of the pressure. He has to get rid of the ball. 66 though, do a good job. You get that latch hand, but this latch hand is to save you from getting beat inside. Does that little bit of that shimmy jump set that he's trying to hold on to, keep that guy in there. Reactivates his hand, gets his hands back inside. Still too much pressure though. How quick this ball's out of there, they can work with this. They don't have much real estate, don't want to get stuck in this position. They have to get rid of the ball quick. So all these backers, all these safeties, they know they're going to be going for short routes. They're not going to be holding this ball very long. So 66, better hand placement, get his head right here, get beat outside first instead of inside out. Let's look at this guy's alignment. He's out there. He's shaded this floor technique right over this tackle. So right now they're probably expecting some type of late stunt, thinking, oh, I might have to shuck this over. So it looks like 66 actually anticipates too quick. You look at his eyes. Where do his eyes go? Look, he's looking out here. He's looking out here. He's not looking at the guy that's in front of him. So then he's out of position. They feel it. There's some tells showing them that it might be that, but ultimately it's not. Bad eyes. Bad eyes by 66. Because of his eyes, he gets on that block late. He gets that latch hand. He doesn't have enough power to hold him down. Okay? Boom. Let's see the center and the guard. Working to 53. Good. Best thing the tackle did here, when there's a guy that ever beats you inside, if you don't feel anybody take that guy, you have to follow him down. He's spending so much time getting there. You see that like little hobble? He's getting too amped. He needs to be a little bit more stern with his feet. They'll keep his feet alive that he can drive and impact back inside, but he does a great job pressing it down because he doesn't feel anybody there to help him. But this foot gets given up right here. Best thing he did is he drove his feet. He made sure he got this guy from getting to the quarterback. Blocks him right there. not bad. Center and guard, he stunted outside. That's a good job. Center has to follow that and hopefully help clean it up. We got the back here too, just he's being a little bit of an edge protector as well, making sure that this guy has a chip. Pretty much the tackle knows he's going to get help out here. If he doesn't, he's going to have to go inside. Because of that, these two guys are working together. These two guys are working together. Boom. Not much that can be done. What's going on, you guys? Just wanted to say thank you guys for watching. There's plenty more content to go through from the Super Bowl. I just want to say thank you guys for so much reception and feedback from the first video. You know, that just kind of put a little bit of fire under my butt to, you know, show that this is something people want and people appreciate. So I'm going to try to make things clear in terms of actually keeping the orientation of the film the right way if I can. You know, just trying to do the things I can do to avoid copyright. I am still trying to break this down from an analyst perspective while also just keeping things pretty clear cut. The next video will be going into a little bit more of just some of the run game on both sides of the ball and how ultimately the Eagles had a more dominant run game compared to the Chiefs. Just want to say thank you guys again for watching. Like, subscribe, leave any type of feedback you guys have or anything you want to know a little bit about the game or just in terms of lineman technique, and I'd love to share it with you guys. Thank you. Until next time.